Okay, you see, when you grow up, and this kind of like dawned on me when I was making a video recently. As we grow up, yeah, bro, there are certain gaps. There are certain things that we are told as abantwana. Yeah, bro. There's certain things we're told as children that we don't really understand until we have enough life experience, And they say these things. They sort of like whisper these things into your mind as a kid, and things like your future career, your family thoughts, your thoughts on having a family, your growth prospects, and they tell you this, especially where I'm from, around where I'm from, because a lot of people come from the slums, or come from the townships where money is an issue, especially if you're in third world countries like South Africa, for example, like India, or like Brazil, where there's a lot of crime, gang-related crimes, where there's a lot of money, financial issues, where there's a lot of starvation, where there's a lot of unemployment, and where there's just a lack of knowledge, in the basic economics of life. You understand it? Because life has its own economics. Life, all in all, is a business. But enough of that. As I was saying, when you grow up, they teach you about they tell you, more like they tell you how to, they tell you the things to look out for, they tell you the things to do with what not to do, you understand? And most of the people that tell you these things are people that haven't really like achieved, something in their lives. They just echoing izinto, they just repeating izinto that was said to them, things that things that was said to them by other people, by the media, by other outlets, you understand? And it doesn't really hit home, even though language is fine, but it doesn't really hit home, until you have enough life experience to like, okay, I understand now what they were trying to say. I understand, that you need character, but sadly we learn as they do at the later stage, and it was about advantageous if we learned them while we were growing up. But okay, we're here now. Now you understand now what character now really, like why character is needed, why you need to avoid certain types of people, why you need to avoid certain types of situations, when you start learning now about what character truly is, because they tell you character and now you think, okay, this is me, man. Usnalo, yabo. Usnalo is a character, but what embodies Usinalo to be Usinalo? Yabo. What makes Usinalo? Is it the way he looks? Is it igama lakhe? Is it istugo sakhe? Is it ifani yakhe? Is it the way he talks? Or is it the way he moves? Is it the way he thinks? Is it the way he operates? Is it the way that he does certain things that like get you to be like, okay, this was Usinalo in a nutshell, but character comes now. What character comes in is like, okay, can I trust them? Now that comes there comes the integrity now, Can I trust Usinalo? Because he moves in such a way, he does things in a certain way. Can I trust Usinalo now? Is he a positive? Is he a positive force? Is he a positive force, Yabo? Or is he a posh? Does he have potential to be a positive force in someone's life? Does he move in a way that builds something? Because a lot of people, move in a way that whatever they touch, they destroy, or whatever they touch, they have zero impact on it. You understand that? Because I want to be one of those people that like have a lot of impact on people. They can be like, okay, I have Osinalo on my corner. I have him on my corner now. That there's something You know, something can happen. It might not be much. I don't know. You know, it might not be much, but something at least can happen because I have this guy now. You know, now that's where you have to like now develop your character. You know, are you good at certain things? Are you bad at certain things? Now, what I'm bad at now, can I improve on them? And what I'm good at, can I actually capitalize on them? If I'm good at like talking, yeah, well, can I connect people with different people? If I'm good at thinking, can I think my way into making imali, yeah, well, because now I have a lot of these things like that I have to achieve. I have a list that I've written. Yeah, well, I have charts on my walls where I have things that I want to achieve, where I have a specific mindset that I want to remind myself of every time that I come home, every time that I wake up, every time that I go to bed. You know, I wake up, I have a chart that literally says like, okay, consistent commitment. You know, that's discipline. You know, because sometimes I get too tired in my mind, and I get too tired to actually like think, you know, straight, to actually think straight about the things that I actually, you know, remind myself my mission, you know. And I've actually got it into the groove of like being, you know, being the man, you know. And it's actually very exciting. It's very exciting, and it's very scary at the same time, because now they're understanding now why people want to pursue the things they want to pursue. You know, why people give their all to their missions. You know, and it's more than just doing something to just do it. It's more than just doing something just for the fun of it or to pass time. No, it's something deeper. You know, it's something very deep, something that can actually break your heart. You know, when you actually think about it. You know, because now you have other thoughts like, what when you're like dead and gone in 100 years from now. You know, when your legacy, if you actually get to have a legacy, you know what they say about you. You know, because now you think like, okay, if I'm living the way that I'm living now, will I actually leave a legacy? Will I actually leave an impact behind? You know, when I'm dead and gone, will I actually get to leave an impact behind? And if the answer to that question now becomes no, then now you start stressing like me, because now I started stressing like, okay, listen, I need to build something, you know, because I need to enjoy this life. I need to have people like, I need to be a positive impact on on the world, on the people that are close to me, because now it starts to become like, you know, a hassle. You know, it starts to become like a mission of mine. You know, it starts to become like a mission of mine. You know, to actually move, you know, in a way that makes people wanna associate themselves with me. You know, people that wanna be, you know, people that want to build something in this life and have hopes for the next life. It's something that Alexander the Great, like people like Mandela, now people like, oh, Mr. Mandela, yeah, people like, oh, Mr. Mandela, when they were thinking about the freedom, when they were thinking, I know a lot of people say shit about that, but when they were thinking about those things, when they were acting, did they actually think that their actions would actually leave, that their deeds would actually leave an impact in other people's lives? Because, man, when you actually listen to Mr. Ermias Ashkedam, yeah, that guy, bruh, I'm not gonna lie, he is a very positive. I know he lived a life, but bruh, the things that guy was thinking about, the things that guy was doing while he was still alive, I want to have that impact on the world as well. I want to have that impact on someone on the far distant corners of the world. You know, I want them to know my name. I want them to know who I am, who I was, what I did, you know, and why I did what I did, you know. It might not be from words that I've spoken. It might not be, from words that I've spoken, but from the things that I've done, in this life, for my thoughts, for looking at the world for my point of view, for looking at the world in a certain way. And hopefully I can inspire, hopefully I can inspire a few people in this world, and actually make an impact while I'm still alive, and actually get to like look at how, my impact is actually shaping the world, and hopefully I can make my family, hopefully I can make my city, my country a better place, and not sell out, because at this point I'd rather die than sell my own soul, and a lot of people say that, but I would rather die, man. I would rather die than sell myself out. I will stay true to me, I'll stay true. I'll continue to stay true to me, because I am the only one that can ever exist in this world, in this lifetime. And I pray that the Lord forgives me for my sins. And I pray that I actually get to enjoy this life, all its ups and downs, all the good and the bad. And I hope that if you're seeing this video in 10 years, in 10 years or so, that you can actually relate to my struggles, to my point of view, to the way that I view the world, because there is no better sleep than the sleep of a hard-working man. There is no better sleep than the sleep of a hard-working man. And to that, peace.